People keep asking the same question. What can you actually do with Bitcoin? Can you pay with it? Can you use it day to day? Is it practical? It sounds reasonable. It sounds curious. And yet it completely misses the point, because Bitcoin was never designed to compete for convenience. It was designed for something else entirely. A quick pause before we continue. Before we go any further, one quick thing. If you're here looking for hype, new apps, or the next exciting feature, this probably isn't the channel for you. But if you're interested in how systems behave under pressure, how money works when trust disappears, and why Bitcoin was designed for moments most people prefer not to think about, then you're in the right place. Let's slow this down. The problem with use cases. The idea of use cases comes from technology. Software needs features, platforms need users, products need adoption. So naturally, people apply the same logic to Bitcoin. They ask where it fits into daily life, where it's most efficient, where it's most convenient. But money doesn't prove itself in normal times. It proves itself when normal times end. When systems work, Bitcoin looks useless. As long as systems function, Bitcoin looks unnecessary. Banks clear transactions, governments enforce contracts, and currencies feel stable. In those moments, Bitcoin seems slow, clumsy, even over-engineered. And, that's exactly why people dismiss it. Because Bitcoin isn't built to optimize comfort. It's built to survive the absence of it. Most tools try to replace existing systems, but Bitcoin doesn't. It just sits quietly underneath them, not asking for permission, not demanding adoption, not marketing itself. Bitcoin doesn't try to be used first. It waits to be used last, as a fallback, as an exit, as the thing that still works when trust breaks down. Stress reveals purpose. Every system looks fine until it doesn't. History is full of moments where people suddenly realize that the guarantees they relied on were, conditional. Access can be restricted, transfers can be delayed, accounts can be frozen, not because of malice, but because systems are designed with control in mind. Bitcoin is designed without it. The quiet difference, really, is that Bitcoin doesn't stop power from existing. It just, limits what power can do. No authority can rewrite balances. No institution can create exceptions. No emergency can change the rules. That doesn't make Bitcoin exciting. Honestly, it makes it reliable. And reliability only matters when everything else becomes uncertain. Why this isn't obvious yet? Well, most people won't notice Bitcoin's utility in advance. They'll notice it in retrospect, only after a transfer fails, only after access is denied, only after the assumption of permanence breaks. Bitcoin doesn't announce its usefulness, it reveals it quietly, uncomfortably, too late for those who ignored it. Bitcoin isn't competing with payment apps. It's competing with finality. It's not trying to be fast. It's trying to be irreversible. Bitcoin isn't about spending, it's about settling, and settlement is what matters when disputes can't be trusted to resolve fairly. Neutrality is a feature. Most systems have owners. Even decentralized ones often have stewards, foundations, or leaders. Bitcoin doesn't. No roadmap, no vision updates, no authority to appeal to. That makes it inefficient, and it makes it neutral. Neutrality isn't useful every day, but when you need it, nothing else can replace it. Bitcoin doesn't push itself into daily life. It doesn't need to. It waits for moments where trust becomes fragile. Moments when people stop asking, what's the best option, and start asking, what still works? That's when Bitcoin stops looking theoretical. Adoption isn't always gradual. Sometimes it's sudden, sometimes it's forced, and sometimes it only happens when alternatives disappear. Bitcoin's growth doesn't depend on popularity, it depends on resilience. and resilience compounds quietly. Bitcoin as insurance you hope to never use. The best insurance looks unnecessary until it isn't. Bitcoin feels redundant in stable environments, and yet it becomes indispensable in unstable ones. It doesn't need mass usage to justify its existence. It only needs to be there when it's needed most. The long view. Bitcoin isn't early, it's patient. It doesn't need daily transactions to prove relevance. It needs time. Time for systems to age. Time for trust to erode. Time for assumptions to be tested. Bitcoin's utility doesn't appear on charts. It appears in moments of failure. So, when people ask about Bitcoin's real-world use cases, they're usually looking in the wrong place. Bitcoin isn't here to improve your routine. It's here to survive its breakdown. And that's why it doesn't try to replace systems. It waits for them to fail. Bitcoin isn't waiting to be used. It's waiting to be needed. And when that moment comes, no feature comparison will matter. Only endurance will. If this helped you see Bitcoin differently, take a moment to like the video. And if you value calm thinking in a space obsessed with urgency, subscribe. I'll see you on the next block.